Presenting for your approval, Escape Velocity Nova! First, before I do anything else, I want to make sure things aren't too loud on the sound front. Alright, so, this is Escape Velocity Nova. It's pretty much one of my favorite games of all time. It's getting a little dated these days, but it's still pretty fantastic. So, in order to get this adventure on its way, let's get a new character going on here, a new spaceship, a new adventure started. Nicknames. Kind of obvious, but you know. Alright, so now please christen your brand new Sigma Shipyard's Alpha Class shuttle. Well, the shuttles are pretty craptastic, so we'll call it the Tin Can. Alright, so Escape Velocity is the third in the series. Each installment is its own completely different universe, or timeline, or story. And this one says, mankind has colonized the stars. The early explorers launched themselves and their followers in the void with little or no idea of what the future would hold. Many were never heard from again until a genius named Amata Kane came to the fore. Kane designed and orchestrated the construction of the Hypergate system. The Hypergates were a means of linking systems light years apart with wormhole technology. A great boom of colonization began, and the dark reaches of space were suddenly not so dark, nor so distant. The ruling body of humanity, the Colonial Council, grew rich from the colonies. The lifeblood of the Council was the Hypergate system. But the Colonial Council grew corrupt, and the sickness of that corruption spread through every layer of society. Pirate attacks became more prevalent, criminals flourished, and politicians became military governors. The emasculated council could do nothing. Terrorists destroyed the Soul Hypergate and crippled the network. Oh no! Overnight, entire systems were cut off from civilization, and society was thrown into the state of anarchy. Few could have foreseen the events that followed. Warlords rose, empires sprung up and collapsed just as quickly, and all the while the people of the galaxy suffered in a new dark age. Planets sank into feudal states, and much technology was lost, seemingly forever. Yet from the chaos rose order. A newly reformed council advanced faster than light technology, and slowly regained contact with the lost worlds of humanity. Over time, the core systems of human space, formed a new ruling body, the Federation. Bridges! Life is now a cheap commodity in a dangerous universe. To the south lies the Roared Empire, a savage race, aka Space Klingons. Or human Klingons, I guess. The mysterious Polaris hold the east, aka the human Vorlons, while the north and the west are unexplored, aka it's dangerous there. You have just purchased your first ship, a shuttle that you hope will lead to better things. You are ready to start your maiden voyage, the universe with stuff. Didn't get to actually finish that. Okay, where the heck am I? Welcome to Nova. It'd be a good idea to start by landing on Moonview and having a look around. Hit L to land on the stuff. So, a lot of this text is probably way too small for our YouTube friends to see. So, when necessary, I'll read. So this first mission here that pops up automatically when you land on any planet is basically the tutorial mission. Since I know how to play, I'm going to say no to that one. So, screw old guy. So Moonview. With its twin moons of Beacon and Keystone, Moonview is touted as a honeymoon destination for the discerning Federation citizen. Sky cars and glass cities dot this sparsely populated world, which is rich in plant life. The oceans of Moonview move in strange synchronization with Keystone and Beacon, causing some very strange tides indeed. Indeed. This is also one of the few places you can get two blue moons on the same month. And when it occurs there is general feasting and carousing, aka it's a party planet. So, before we do much, so we got a number of things here. In some planets you get a ship purchase here. You can do the outfitters, which is basically buy all sorts of cool stuff, like afterburners and solar panels. Generally, because getting stuck in a system where you don't actually know what's going on is kind of craptastic. I'm going to buy a couple things like solar panels, which recharge your energy. battery packs so I can have more fuel. And I am now out of monies. Crap. So I'm going to go to the mission BBS here. Bulletin Board Service for those who are not paying attention. And where the heck am I? Oh, I'm down here. We'll go to Space Dock 2. 10 tons of equipment. I have 10 tons free. Hooray! You can also do trading here. I don't usually do that because it's kind of a, not all that great if you only have a little bit of cargo space. By the way, I have a gun on my ship. It's kind of pointless. So, start my amazing journey of awesome. Now, normally, when you fly about, use fuel. Oh crap! There's a marauder here. I wonder if I can take him. Pew, 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 pew. Speed up. Caps lock is very useful. It's like, I don't want to sit around forever, so I'm going to do that. Now, whenever you do hyperspace jump and use certain types of weapons, R-necks, roughnecks, reef necks, I don't know. So you get use of fuel whenever you do hyper jumps, which you can purchase and things like that. Hey, look, I'm in the Sol system. Let's go visit Earth. I'm not going to read descriptions for every planet, but maybe a few of the more important ones. So you use fuel up, which is over here, whenever you do a hyper jump or use certain weapons. But if you have things like solar panels or a power plant, you can actually regenerate fuel. Otherwise, you have to click here and purchase more. Since I'm out of money presently, which is kind of silly of me, I can't actually do that. So while we're at Earth, let's read the description. Earth, via the Kane Band, named after Dyer Amata Kane, is still the center for all activity in the core world. So this Kane person sounds kind of fantastic. I wonder if they're related to that guy from, what was it, I don't know, some sort of Red Alertish type stuff, or I don't know, Tiberius on the Sun, something, I don't know. Okay, is still the center of activity of the core world. Most ship keels are laid here. The Federation has its seat of government here, and it is, of course, a tourist mecca because it is the homeworld of humanity. It's said that all roads lead to Sol. It is literally true, as the old colonial council hybrid system originated here. The Kane Band houses most of Earth's shipyard activity. There's no greater shipyards anywhere in known space. In fact, Cygnus Shipyards actually own 62% of the band's surface. Moon has taken a backseat and has been strip mined for centuries. Hence why the moon is freaking missing, man. Now there's Earth, there's Mars, there's Jupiter, there's Europa. No, for some reason I can select Mars twice. Anyway, but no moon. It's kind of weird. If I were to make a plug-in for this or something like that, I'd have to make sure that there's a moon. Alright, so my fuel is almost regenerated. There's various different ships that fly around, so you got Federation ships like this dude. He's like, I'm going to go scan you now. It's like, okay, you're cool. And then there's some asteroids flying about. There's the Sigma Shipyard's cargo drone. They're kind of silly and easy to blow up. You got traders, you got more Sigma Shipyards, traders, and various things that fly in and out of the system. You can also click on them when they're on the screen, select them. And selecting is mostly to see, what their stats are, and, if you're, trying to blow them up, that kind of stuff. Onward to the next unexplored system! Oh no, there's pirates here. I need to run. Because otherwise I'm going to die. Okay, the Federation is fighting the pirates. Alright, I'm going to head back to Space Dock 2, where I have my mission. See, when you're flying around this shuttlecraft, you're kind of a pain in the ass to keep alive. Group of dock workers unload the shipment of equipment in the cargo bay. Cool, so I have now money to recharge. And go shopping again, hooray! So I can, know what things are, I'm going to get this thing called IFF decoder, which basically means I can differentiate between weapon states of the things coming at me. So is it good? It's gonna be red. It's gonna be blue. It's gonna be if it's red, it's evil. If it's green, it's like a friend. So I got one of those, and I now have less money. Uh, I would go to the bar, but I kind of want to avoid main storyline missions right now because I just want to make a little bit of money. All right, delivery to space dock. So you got different types of general repeatable missions here. You can do ferry passengers, which are like you use up a ton of cargo space and you get 5,000 credits for it, and they're pretty simple missions, sort of your simple fare. You also got the cargo missions, like deliver some medical supplies or food or whatever, and they usually pay more and take up more delivery space. Now, the space dock ones are usually pretty cool because they're almost all within like 2 jumps of each other. So I'm going to take this one, use up all my cargo space. As you notice, it's not there anymore. Uh, Short version is Space Dock 2 is the headquarters of the Federation Navy's logistic departments. It's also sort of on the border with the Auroran Empire. So, association. Those guys are cool, I think. It's either that or the free traders, I forget. Because there's pirates, and they're just sort of doing their thing. Being all piratey, but there's actually different fractions of pirates. You got the association, you got the free traders, you got generic pirate. You might notice if you can actually see it is that the different spots, the planets are yellow here because they like me. The ships are blue because they like me. Different pirates, and so you got generic pirate, which are sort of neither. Then you got marauders, which are basically it's like someone on like the captain of the ship went crazy or something like that. You can see orange blip there because you could potentially land on the Stargate up there, but you need special permissions, and I don't have that yet. Space Dock 4, so I've done my mission. Space Dock 4 is the gateway to New Babylon. Most passengers ferries destined to the Desert Premise system dock here instead of the blue-green planet below because it's probably easier. Interorbital shuttles and cargo drones account for 9% of the traffic to and from Star Dock 4, New Babylon, etc. Do I want to pick up anything else? I'm going to get a auto recharger because I hate having to click the button all the time. Here's a fission reactor. So if I didn't have a solar panel and I had enough space for it, because each item takes up a certain amount of item available mass here. So I have 2 tons right now. This takes up 10 tons. Then I could potentially get a reactor and that would charge up faster than the solar panels. I could also buy different things like mining lasers, asteroid scoops, so you can do kind of need both of these to do proper asteroid mining. I don't do that too often, but sometimes there's not much else going on right now. You can get a system map to sort of show you around the neighboring systems. I know the galaxy pretty well at this point, so I don't really need that. Different weapons like Raven rockets, like little darts that sort of missile things. It's slightly more damaging than a medium blaster, but you only have so many of these. They cost money. Blasters are pretty much free. Got jammers of various types, infrared, radar. You can retool your mass, which is kind of silly since you only have 10 tons free to begin with. This takes 12 tons of cargo space to turn into 10 tons of free mass. Don't really have that going on right now. Afterburners are pretty cool. Don't have the space for them right now. I'm going to get gravimetric sensors. They're kind of useful. So you can tell the difference between big ships and small ships. So it's like, hey, there's something mean coming at me. Oh, it's really big. I'm going to run away. I can get something else, but kind of not worth it, all things considered. Where is that? That's over that way. It's over that way. Moon view. That's where I was before. 10 tons. I'm going to take this one because it's a little bit more. 18,000 instead of 15,000. Oh yes, we got rebels here. So, main powers that be. You got the Federation, right? Then you got the Auroran Empire, which is like down here. So let's zoom out a little bit. So Federation, Roaring Empire. They're kind of actually strewn out a sort of an arc like that. You got the Polaris over here. Those are the three main empires. Then you sort of have some extra, I guess smaller powers. You got the rebels, which are rebelling against the Federation because they think the Federation sucks, which because it does. The Federation is sort of a control everything through conspiracy type organization. So you got like an official government, and then you got sort of a shadow government. The shadow government, we're going to stab you in the back because advance our purposes and can take over the universe, whatever. So they're kind of jerks. The Rorans are kind of jerks too, but more obvious, do it for honor and because we like to beat up people type thing. Polaris are like, screw all that. We're going to be aloof, like super advanced, almost alien-ish type people. And so, like, most of their ships are like bio constructions and things like that. The Rorans technologically are not as advanced as the Federation, but they do have, I guess, railguns, which are really nice long-range weapons. So if you're fighting against the Rorans, you kind of need to get up close and personal in order to beat them down. Otherwise, they'll just sort of pot shot you from farther away. Federation is sort of the middle of the road between the two, as far as tech levels go. So you got the rebels up here. You also got pirates sort of up in this general direction. That's where most of them are based. So some of them are based here on planet Viking. In the Roaring Empire, you also got, there's sort of the empire itself. But there's also different houses like Moash, which are kind of the jerks, or Haran, which if you get the Roaring storyline, you pretty much get roped into being one of their people. There's Vela, Dunny, and I think one other. I can't remember the name of it right now. Then you got the Polaris over here, and they're sort of a weird caste system. And you got the Wraith, which are the only aliens actually in the game hanging out up there, at least the aliens that you see. Over on this way is the old Velos territories. The Velos were a bunch of humans from Earth that attained psychic powers centuries ago, centuries like present day centuries ago, and sort of went out into space and started their own little series of colonies out there. I forget if I think it was the Colonial Council encountered them early on and went to war against them, and just generally kind of like, you're psychic people and we're threatened by you. So the Velos were eventually defeated and enslaved. So the Velos sort of hang around as sort of in Federation space, sort of doing the bidding of the Federation. They don't much care for this, of course. Uh-oh, want to stay out of this battle here. Wild Geese versus Aurorans. Wild Geese are also pretty cool. They're like Irish superheroes. They're a sort of mercenary band that based on a planet not too far. Hey, it's Procyon. And based on a planet not too far from here, that sort of do their own thing. They're sort of friendly with most groups. Ooh, a pirate fleet. Ow! Rebel guy, you shot me. You jerk. Class 2 Valkyrie. Yeah, the Rebel's probably going to win this one. They're generally better prepared than Class 2. So I got some monies. Horizontal booster. Ooh, that's nice. Basically, in order to get into hyperspace, you need to go so far away from the planet. The horizontal booster makes it able so you can take off closer in. Marine platoons are pretty cool. I got some jammers here. It's all cool. Here's a shipyard. So eventually, assuming I don't take over some ships or something like that, I kind of want to get one of these. They're kind of fantastic. They're sort of like a mini warship. The IDA frigate was one of the mainstays of the Colonial Council line before the collapse of the gate system, and instrumental in the defense of the core worlds against the Aurorans. Oh yeah, I forgot the Aurorans started doing stuff long ago. I forget the exact history. Maybe I'll talk more about read up on that again. You also got different ships. You got the main one. You got the variants, like this one that's sort of been beat up. You got this one's been improved like crazy. Then you got different ships like Asteroid Miner, Thunderhead, which is sort of a heavy fighter, Starbringer, which is sort of advanced general cool ship, Terrapin, which is sort of a uh, you know medium hauler type ship. You got the Viper, which is piddly ass fighter, and Lightning, which is sort of your medium fighter. I generally avoid the fighter craft as far as my own ship, unless I want to like go hunting for pirates or something like that constantly, because it's usually just better to save up and get something bigger. And you're like, I'm going to blow everything up. Space Dock 1. Giltechnia. I'm going to go to Giltechnia, because I recall that there was something cool there at some point. So I'm going to take that mission. Go this way. I think that's the best way to go. So we got rebels and a traitor hanging out here. Why are there rebels? I don't know. Why are they hanging out here? Planets there, uninhabited. Alright, I think this is the way. So, you might notice that Sol here has all these sort of branch off plates here, because each one of these here has a gate. Originally, the central gate was located in the Sol system, and we connect all of these. And so, whenever they started remapping hyperspace byways or whatever, they sort of went to like, where'd the gates go? Let's go over there. Giltechnia. Cleared the land. Welcome to Giltechnia. Now, this planet's actually colored orange on my sensors here. So normally I couldn't land on it. Because I have mission, I can. So I'm off by my things. So the salesman says, if you want weapons, you have to come to the right place. Home of the Giltech Corporation, formerly known as Glimmer, and to deliver you the Glimmer system. Sort of a weird way to rename your planet. This planet has only one export: weapons. Giltech is one of the few commercial weapon manufacturers of note, and the oldest by far, as it was created in 2045 AD, approximately negative 735 NC, some 1900 years ago. So we're way off in the future. So if you want weapons of any kind, from portable flamethrowers to the enormous successful radar missile system they invented, you can get it all here. However, it does not come cheap. If you want it, you have to pay for it. So they got some stuff here. It's cool. Port and polish. It's another one I really like. Basically, like, upgrades your engines. So I eventually want to get something like this or that, and these are pretty expensive. So I'm at 46,000 right now. I need 750,000 to get that. So that's a ways off. Delivery to Cirrus 2. Hope you don't mind. I'm just sort of doing these basic missions here while I chit chat. You might notice that I still have a little ×2 up here. Of course, you probably can't read it, because this little shuttle here is actually very slow and it's really annoying. Rorans, Federation, Pyros. Sensors detect Federation reinforcement fleet approaching. Unexplored system. I'm going to Cirrus 2. Association. Pirate Tech. Alright. A group of dock workers unload the shipment of medical supplies from your cargo bay. Alright. So, Viking's cool. Georgia. So these are both pretty much, just a couple of jumps away. There's more pirates up in Georgia. Fewer Rorans. Yeah, the Rorans very much are sort of like human Klingons. They do things for honor. They're based in houses. The Wild Geese versus Roran. Okay. Wild Geese, they're mercenaries, but while they're in Federation space, they fight their Rorans. So, Georgia, there we go. That devil went down to Georgia. Okay. And so, and they also like have tattoos all over their bodies. It's kind of weird. So, Council. We're mostly sponsored with now ancient Russian. So George is very, very Russian. Constitutional construct at this stage, but one much loved by the people within its borders. Most of Georgia's people are therefore Baltic and Slavic origin. So, isn't Georgia like independent country in the modern day? You know, not Russian. Well. Hearth. Hearth is off that way. That's only a couple jumps away, I think. So I'll take one of these. So yeah, I mean, not all of this is great, realistic. See, Federations versus Rebels. The Rebels dead. Not everything here is very accurate history, but you know, given it's 1900 plus years in the future, perhaps we can forgive them for being a little, you know, anachronistic. Hearth. Doo-doo-doo. All right. Herald. Herald. So that way, that planet. Oh, none of those are really that good. Herald, I have to go. Yeah, I'll go somewhere new. And plus, it's only 6 tons too, so 18,000 credits. So I got that. Is there? Possibly take one of these here. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Pyrogenesis as well. Cool ships. Explosive carbon fiber. So might notice I can sort of do this multiple jump thing. So you still have to go through each system unless you have some sort of super advanced technology that allows you to do multi jumps at once, which is not too common. Oh, derelict. Should have stopped for that. It's always good to check out derelict ships. Not Dalek, derelict. Yeah, none of those are going where I need to go. Pyros! Where was I going with that? Free trader! I completely brain farted what I was talking about. Anywho. So, Harold. Let's go to Harold here. The group of doctors unload the shipment of metal from your cargo bay. Hooray! Las Vegas. It's bigger payment, but this one's like anybody can't take it. That's only like basically where I was just at. This mining planet of some sort. You know, only a few planets are actually kind of important. You know, Earth, obviously. Terrapins wanting assistance. Was attacked by pirates, and they took most of my money and energy. Come and play the voice over the comlink. Can you help me out with enough energy so I can get to the next system to deliver my cargo? Prepared to pay 2,000 credits. Sure. Ready for docking, tin can. Now the funny thing is, the next system doesn't have anything in it. So I need to actually find these guys. Thankfully I have an autopilot feature that just points me in the direction of whatever it is I need. So, alright. Transferred. And I got extra monies. Hooray! Here I go into hyperspace. Yeah, oh yes, derelict ships. They pop up from time to time. You can board them. And you know, sometimes you can, like, there's stuff there you can take. Or you can encounter a mission like, help us, take us to this planet. It's like, okay. Or, surprise, there's a bunch of pirates about to show up because this is a trap. And stuff, you know. Okay. Deliver it to Viking. Snow melts. That's only a couple jumps away. Now, I could probably buy a bigger shuttle at this point, but it's kind of, you know, what's the point? I think I probably have enough for a terrapin as well. Don't remember exactly what that was priced at. Sarasa Station. But I don't really want a Terrapin either. Tau Prime. Where is the Tau Prime marker? Oh, there it is. It's hiding behind that. So that's only a couple jumps away. Diva's that way. Herald is already back that way. Moonview is that way. And I can't take this. So I'm going to make the most money. Just going down there. Whee! See, isn't simple trade missions fun? And kind of boring? So eventually, do this for a while, and you make a good bunch of money. What's this? This is Tau Prime. I know you can't land on the gas giants without, like, something weird going on. Okay. So, sentient marine mammals. So there's aliens here called Nup-Nups. In their own tongue, they have never progressed beyond simple tool use. They will continue to be allowed to progress at their own rate and the watchful eye of the Federation's scientific corps. The primary task of the corps is observing, not intervene. The Nup-Nup life cycle, coupled with their mating for life, has kept the Nup-Nup's population relatively small. Not usually aggressive during mating season, they can be territorial. Base personnel are advised to swim between the flags during these periods. So, yeah. Be careful, otherwise you might wind up with a Nup-Nup trying to molest you. So please try to avoid that, if at all possible. Yeah, there's a number of like planet-based like weird alien critters that sort of gets mentioned in the flavor text of the planets. Only like one of them actually like is involved with the mission, except for maybe like ice lizard pelt or something, which is more byproduct. Space Dock 1. New England. I'm going to go to New England just because. Yeah, it's not New Britain, it's New England. Because that's sort of actually an important planet for the Federation mission series. So you can do the missions, which are mostly done in the spaceport bar, which I haven't gotten to yet intentionally. Where you sort of go in and like someone says, "Hi, you're the so-and-so of the something-something ship." And you're like, "Yeah, bitch, what's up?" And then you do stuff for them. It's kind of like that. That would be several jumps away, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go... No, I can't go that way. Don't have enough cargo space. I don't really want to go to Hearth, so I guess Greenwich it is. But yes, New England, a paradise world. This is where all retirees from the Federation military and intelligence communities reside. And also the normal intelligence communities. Just while New Babylon is an supremacist, the planet that every civilian aspires to live on, New England is where all those who strive to protect the Federation from all its enemies inside and out hope to end their days. Its closest to Soul enables these former service men and women who have made their home here to keep up to date with all the news and events affecting the Federation they love and its surroundings. It also enables the Federation to call upon their many years of wisdom and experience in times of emergency. So basically, it's where all the old generals go to hang out and talk about how terrible everything's being run. Or to run it themselves. Ha 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 ha. Jump! Alright, so Alphard system. I should get the heck out of here. You might notice that it's sort of murky there. Some systems are like that. Jack Taker. Oh yeah, those guys are like, we're in it only for the Empire. So they're like the not asshole Aurorans. Alright, we got our delivery going on. Oh man. There's like no good options here. Diva. Yeah. I'll go to Diva. Probably not the best option. Oh god, I'm under attack. No, don't kill me. He's not attacking me anymore because the Federation decided to step in and deal with him. Alright. Spica, Alphard, Sol, Corella, Zalanda, 21185. What kind of address do they have to deal with there? It's like, yeah, I'm the Lalanda system 121 something or other, the zip code land. Rorans versus the space station. Traders hanging out with Pyro people. Pyrogenesis. Wild Geese, Federation. I should have thought about this better. Because I can't actually land on the station because they don't like me enough. Unless I, like, bribe them, which I don't want to do. Because wasting my money like that is kind of silly. Hello, Wild Geese. So, wait for my solar panels to recharge. Then head on to that place. Yeah, you can bring up the little mini-map too. It's kind of cool. By pushing H. 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 Bum, bum. And hyper jump. See, the Romans aren't naturally hostile to just any old dude like me. But they do hate the Federation. Diva is right on the edge of civilized space. It borders on both the Auroran Empire and the navigational hazards of the wastes of the Velos Wars. Despite this, it is the usual stopover on the way to South Manchester. Diva's many beautiful mineral croppings, blah blah blah. Okay, next. Any more interesting? Yes, but further away. It's one of the annoying things about the Federation space. It's both easy to get around, but difficult. So it's like, I want to get to Homeland. So instead of going to like, doot, 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 it's like, doot, 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 doot. So you kind of have to go around places. Yeah. Run away! Corella, Sol, Rorans attacking. So it's also a great honor to, like, try to bitch slap Federation people for their Rorans. It's kind of annoying. Now, here is this mission, Delivery to Earth. If I want to go with the Velo storyline, I accept that mission. But, since I don't want to, because it's, I guess, not as interesting as far as, outfitters and ships and things like that, I'm not going to take it. Basically, if you go the Velos storyline, you don't really have to worry about money. And, well, that kind of eliminates the entire part of the game. Plus, you kind of have to, be effectively enslaved for most of the storyline. But maybe on a different Let's Play. So what do we got here? We can go to Pyrogenesis again for 18,000 credits. So let's do that. I need to figure out if I want to upgrade my ship at some point here. I think pretty soon I'll probably just stop recording and do a bunch of missions and such, so I can not bore people. Okay, Sky Mining Station again. Kulin, Kulirsh. Screw it. So, this is Isix, playing Escape Velocity, Nova. One of my favorite games of all time. It is rather fantastic. And do note that unless you're playing hardcore mode, if you get blown up, you can respawn on the space station or whatever you just landed on previously. So if you go like 12 jumps out of your way and then get blown up, you're kind of SOL on the whole being where you want to be. Boy, all the same, you're like, I'm going to hate on the Federation suddenly. And you're like, bam! Oh no, my ship was blown up. This sucks to be me. Oh well. Until next time, folks.